What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another fresh episode of Media Madness, another freshie for you. Today I'm going to be giving you my 2 cents, my thoughts, my opinions on Mufasa, the Lion King. This just dropped in theaters alongside Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I'm just going to go ahead and give my overall notes on this, just what I noticed, what I felt, and just what it is. Let's not waste any more time, let's jump right into it. So guys, right off the bat, I want to go ahead and say that I was not a fan of the live-action 2019 Jon Favreau film. I don't really feel like it justified its existence. It was really a shot-for-shot take on the original film, which we already love, and just, it didn't do anything for me. It didn't justify its existence, like I said. So the real question is, does this? Well, the good news, if you did like that film, it fits very much into this live-action universe that they've built around The Lion King. It very much is a spiritual sequel, even though it is technically a prequel sequel. It does a great job at matching the aesthetic of that previous film. So guys, this one tells a new story essentially about Mufasa, and we learn a little bit about him and how he met Scar and all that good stuff. The thing about that is, guys, is everything feels forced to connect and have a nod to those classic moments in the original film, whether it's that 2019 one or, like I said, the original in the 90s. It feels very tacked on and forced, and it ultimately just bogs it down. The Brotherhood is extremely forced between Mufasa and Taka, who later becomes Scar. They run into each other as young cubs, and essentially Mufasa starts saying right off the bat that he always wanted a brother, and it just hits the gas from there on this idea. It feels ultimately lazy and just not earned. And to further back the proof on that, it does a time jump where it just shows that they didn't want to write that in and show us the chemistry and the reasons why they became brothers. It just doesn't flow well. But guys, as always, Disney and Barry Jenkins, who directed this film, I love a lot of his other films. I like Moonlight, I like If Beale Street Could Talk. I'm a huge fan of what this guy can do. So Disney and Barry Jenkins have pushed out an incredibly polished production, and I hope so, because this film had a $200 million budget. But that doesn't save it just because I like the artist behind the camera, because unfortunately it's dull writing, it's just completely undercooked, and has a paper-thin plot. Oftentimes this film honestly feels like it's boring even in its most exciting moments where it's supposed to soar. As we've come to expect from The Lion King, we expect some songs. So how are the songs in this? Well, none of them really have a pop to them. They may have you tapping your foot while they play, but ultimately you'll forget them immediately upon exiting your seat. Which is unfortunate because The Lion King has such great tunes, man. Some of the best Disney has to offer. That's not to say there isn't some good things in this film. Like, for instance, there's a beautiful scene where Mufasa is talking about how he can sometimes smell something that is home. It's gorgeously done. It has a euphoric score playing almost. It shows imagery where the sun is even shining on antlers and just really showcasing God's good earth, man. And while yes, the visual effects look good, I feel like this ultimately takes away from the charm that is The Lion King. Realistic animals just aren't as cute and lovable as they are in the cartoon. There's something weird about Simba actually looking like a lion, or Mufasa looking like a real lion singing songs. It just doesn't really hit the same notes, visually or audibly. And lastly, guys, Taka receiving his name Scar feels too easy. Much like most in the film, it's forced to fit instead of naturally clicking in these puzzle pieces in its narrative. I hate to say it, guys, I just was not a big fan of this film. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of the 2019 film, but I did not go into this film wanting to hate it. I didn't go in with negative thoughts or feelings. I went in with a completely open mind and a fresh pair of eyes, ready to see whatever Barry Jenkins, whatever Disney, whoever delivers to us. And ultimately, once again, guys, this film just doesn't do it for me. It's very dull and ultimately forgettable. So I gotta give this the thumbs down. I don't recommend seeing this in the theaters. When this comes to Disney Plus, if you have kids or something, or you really like that 2019 live action film, I give it the thumbs up watching it on a streaming service. But no, this isn't really worth paying all that money to go to the movie theater and just ultimately carving out time out of your night. Did you see it this weekend, guys? And if so, what did you think of it? Let me know your thoughts down below, your take on it. I'd love to hear it, and I'd love to discuss it with you. I will be getting out a review for Sonic 3 as well, alongside Kraven the Hunter. I'm a little late on that, but nonetheless, I'm going to subdue myself to that for you. On top of all of that, I will have the best of 2024 and the worst of 2024 right around the corner as well. So if you're not subscribed to this family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit a like on the way out. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you. God bless. Stay fresh and peace.